What's up, Boss Family? It's your boy DJ the Boss, and I am back with another Tuesday live. I appreciate y'all for being here. Happy Halloween! I hope everyone's enjoying it, being safe, taking the kids out to have fun and whatnot. I think it's beautiful. Uh, yeah, we're not gonna stick around for too long today. I know everybody's got to go and do the whole trick or treating thing and spend time with the family. I just wanted to let you guys know that I am still going to pop up. I am still here for you. If you guys have any questions, make sure you get them down in the chat so that we can address them and hopefully be able to provide some value. But for the most part, I just came to kick it, man. And I wanted to talk a little bit about levels before we get into the chat and before we start answering any questions. But like I said, we're not going to be here for super long. So if you have any questions or if you're struggling with anything, definitely put it in the comments and we'll get to it pretty soon here. But before that, just wanted to chat a little bit about levels. And what I mean when I say levels is playing at whatever level that you're at. Everyone has like of course you have a vision for your business and you have a vision for what you want it to be, and and the size of business that you want to do. But I want to urge you guys to play at whatever level that you currently are at. Maybe just one step above at the most. It's one extremely beneficial, but it's impractical to think that you're going to go from zero clients to some huge facility that takes 4 or 5 people to clean. You might want to start by having those smaller accounts that take just one person a couple hours, and then you stack up a few of those, and then once that full week client comes, then you're able to actually pull people in and get them trained because you have a little bit of experience. It's impractical to think that you're going to go from or to go from even that to someone who has 10 buildings for you to clean. It's impractical to think like that, but it's okay to play at whatever level that you're at. You can still be extremely profitable and still build a really great business. I mean, there's really no other way. It's step by step, brick by brick. I say this every week. Start where you are. The beauty about being at each level is there's pros and there's cons to everything. There's advantages to being smaller, and there's advantages to being larger. Obviously, you have more budget, and things kind of just become more of a math and art game of playing the CAC and LTV. Like how much can you buy customers for? But in the very beginning, you can do a lot of things that big businesses can't do, and you can be a lot more. You can do some things that aren't necessarily scalable, but that are much more likely to work, like being a lot more personable and being a lot more specific. You can, if you're targeting a specific type of customer in your area, you can do your research on that customer because it's worth it to you. Just one more customer is worth it to you. So it's worth your time to actually do some research about that company and what they have going on. Maybe some projects or somewhere where you have some connection with them. Either your business has some connection with them, or there's some specific way that that you can benefit them by providing this service for them, or or you're just a fan of the work and you're in the same area and there's some connection to your family, or what have you. It's worth looking into what these businesses are doing, and and what's going on specifically with that particular business, and reaching out and trying to target one particular client at a time. It's worth it. It's not necessarily scalable. It's not something you can do when you get up and above 6 figures and things like that. But in the beginning, you have nothing better to do. You have nothing better to do, and it's something that you can have it's something that will give you the edge over big businesses, because no big business is going to be able to reach out to any small local business and talk about whatever they have going on in their business, what new initiatives they just released, or what video they just put on their YouTube channel or anything like that. No one's actually no big business is putting that narrow of information in their marketing. So use your size to your advantage. If you do have money, then you're able to buy ads and be smart with where there's underpriced media, and spending your money in that way, and building your brand and making a bigger name for yourself, and creating that local celebrity effect, which is what I like to do with running ads. But yeah, there's all kind of things on both sides. I just don't want you guys to have any to feel any type of way about what level you're at. Just have enjoy being at whatever level you are. You hear people say this in all types of different things: is enjoy the process. So just enjoy being wherever you are. There's no shame in it. You're in business, so you should be extremely proud of just being in business to begin with, because a lot of people just sit around all day and they don't start whatsoever. And so if you're in business and the fact that you're trying to get clients means that you're in business. So as long as you're trying, that's good. That's something to be proud of. But be okay. Don't try to you know, start off like running ad campaigns on Google Ads if you haven't even started trying to post organically, or done any basic SEO, because you can waste a lot of money doing that. It's okay to be where you are and to start off with basic sales. Let's see who do we got in the comments. Dark Meme, shout out to you, Dark Meme. Appreciate you for being here. T Gum, I see you. Appreciate you for being here. Thank y'all. Cover Me Blush Boutique. Hey, what's up? I see y'all. Appreciate you for being here. Dark Meme with the $5 donation. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Let's see. He says, Dark Meme says, do you recommend virtual assistants for getting leads and cold calling? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if that's where you are. So this again plays into what I'm talking about in being at whatever level that you are. If there's absolutely zero money coming into your business, then I would say at least get a client. At least get a client to start off with, so that you have some revenue, so that you're not just pouring money into your business. Now, if you have a full-time job and you make decent money and you're just trying to build this on the side, then okay, cool. Then you can take a different approach. And maybe you can just kind of put some money into virtual assistants and have them, and build that lead or sales process for your business. I do encourage doing that once you're at that level. At least have a client of some decent revenue. But yes, it can be extremely beneficial, but that takes building that system. So obviously you're going to have to create a calling system, a script that works, a script that represents your brand. You don't want to be known as the company that's calling around town annoying people, or so you want to really put some time and effort into how you do this. But once it's done and once it's set up, then that's part of your system. That's part of your sales system that you have, and then you can scale that and bring on more people as you have more revenue and get more leads, or go into a different area. So I think it's extremely helpful. Something that you should definitely do. But without any revenue in your business, then you're kind of just wasting money. We're playing business or doing this financial arbitrage thing, which I really don't like. You're definitely going to like. The only way you're going to be able to write good cold calling scripts, or good or whatever you're going to do, cold emailing, or whatever, however you're going to go about doing this, or whatever you're going to use your virtual assistants for, is doing it yourself. That's the only way you're going to know how to do it well, is to see what works. And in any affordable like virtual assistants, you're going to have to train. You're going to have to train, especially if you don't have a huge budget to start off with. So definitely keep all that into consideration. But I do recommend getting virtual assistants to do basic things, cold calling, and scraping leads and building lists and things like that. That is definitely some work that you can easily farm out, and for not a lot of money. So we had a comment that got retracted. So, but I appreciate you, Dark Meme, for asking the question. Let's see if anybody else have a question, man. If I'm here for you, let me know what you need. Let me see how many people we have on. It's 12. Well, actually, I wasn't expecting to have very many people on this live, because I know it's Halloween and everyone has their families to go and be with. So I didn't plan on being on here for super long. I just wanted to pop in and say hey, and let you guys know that I'm still here for you. Answer a couple questions, hopefully, and make it as valuable as possible. Cover Me Blush Boutique says, I started my business 6 months ago and I have 6 contracts currently. I'm at a place where I need to hire because it's becoming a bit much for me alone. Do you have any advice for this stage? Okay, so I do. So if you're at this point where you're making money, you've started the business, you got a good little handful of clients, but you're overworked. You do nothing but clean, and you barely get time to actually do sales or do marketing and put those type of systems in place. I know what that's like, and the way you get out of it is it's a lot easier said than done. It's going to start with how you're managing your finances, because there's no way around either working more or taking a step back in what you're taking home in order to hire some help. So if you are at a financial place, let's just say this: make sure that while you're working, I hope that you've been saving, stacking up money, stacking up a few months of expenses, on your personal side. So in your actual pocket, you should be. So if you have 6 clients and you're doing everything yourself, that should be good money, especially if you're priced right. If you're priced like you're ready to put employees in there, plus some profit, you should be at a comfortable living. You should be making a decent amount, at least to cover your expenses and to be able to put some money away and save for a little bit. So if that's not where you are, that's perfectly fine. Just move forward with that in mind, that you have to save, and you're going to have to create a little bit of a cushion so that you're not in panic mode when this income comes down a little bit, because there's no way around it. You're going to have to bring some people on. So maybe not for help for all of your clients, but maybe for just 1, 2, or 3 accounts, just to give you a little bit more time for you to for you to do some more lead generation, for you to do some more sales, so that you have a break, so that you feel relaxed. Not enough to completely put you out of having an income for yourself, but definitely enough to make you panic to where you like, I need to get some more clients. And whether you go and clean those new clients yourself, or you split it with the person that you brought on, or you have to bring on new people. But that's how I would approach it, and that's how I would advise you to approach it, is to make sure your 4 walls around you are first okay. Make sure your saving is awesome. Still have a full-time job, even still. So if you have a full-time job and you're relying on your full-time job for your personal income, then that savings becomes business savings. So you still need to have a business saving. So make sure your business has enough money to pay employees for at least 30, 60, 90 days, in the event that something weird should happen. But if you're billing in advance, nothing weird should ever happen. But that's how I would approach it. So yeah, if you're doing the cleaning, if you have a full-time job and you can rely on your own income, and there's a little bit of money in the business bank account, if not, that's what you should be working for, just to make a little bit of buffer. If if there's not a good buffer in your personal account, make a little buffer in your personal account, and then put someone in there, either half of it, or all of it if you can afford to, and that way you can focus a lot more attention on getting new clients. And once you start getting new clients, now you have repetitions. Now you're going to be used to bringing people on. You're going to be ironing out your system for getting them trained, and getting them trained quicker and more efficiently. And you'll start to build your culture. Just remember to reward the things that you actually want to see happen, and I think you'll be all right. But yeah, if you have a full-time job, then you can definitely put employees in there as soon as you get your little buffer built for your business and for your personal. But that's what I would advise. Dark Memes says, thanks. Appreciate the advice. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the donations and everybody participating in the chat. I love y'all so much, man. It's probably the best community in this industry. I absolutely love it, man. You guys are the most supportive that I've seen. There's usually nothing but positivity in the comments, people helping each other out, and so thank you guys for being so great. I really do appreciate it, because I look around and I participate in a lot of other communities, and the same can't be said across the board. So I really appreciate you guys. Yes, billing in advance with labor for 2 employees in every bid. Perfect. So all right. So yeah, over the next 2 months, try to live like a squirrel. Eat nuts and berries, and that's and save as much as you can. Try to take a step back. Don't be afraid to take a step back. Every most successful people have a part in their story where they're like, okay, well, I went crazy for a second. I didn't spend any money. I just you get that stockpile of money to make you feel comfortable, and then go full force. Go ahead and go full force. Get a nice little buffer, and then put some employees in there, and start start failing forward. That's really the best advice I've ever received, was to fail forward. And once you guys get that mentality of just going out there and trying, I'd rather you never watch one of my videos out there again, and just be out there trying everything you could try, because you would honestly learn more that way. And that's so counterproductive to me on this channel. So please like this video so that other new people can find it and find some of this value. But I would really much rather you guys be out trying everything, trying to find what you're good at, trying to find where your lane is in this industry. There's a lot of places to get in where you fit in. And I'd rather you guys be out there trying and failing and trying different things, because what no one tells you is most of business is failing. It's a crapshoot the majority of the time. It's just the fact that the wins in business always greatly outweigh all the losing that you do. You have small micro losses, and those losses, as long as you never put yourself out of business, as long as you never risk going out of business, you're in a good spot. Yeah. But the wins are always worth it, worth everything that you go through. The wins are big contracts that come with 3 years of guaranteed revenue. Those are the wins in business. And then losing is, you may have spent a little bit of extra money trying to get this client and you didn't get them. But small micro losses, as long as you're not out of business, you'll be able to go after more clients the next day. So the losses happen. Go trying something and it not working. That's small things. You adjust and then you figure it out. That's the thing. You always have another opportunity. You always have another at bat, and that's why I really love business, and especially in this business, because it's so easy to start and it's so cost efficient to start, and you can play at any level that you want to be at. Whether you have absolutely no money, or whether you have some money to put into it, and you can design it how you want it to be designed. The culture can be a reflection of you and the things that are important to you in business, and I absolutely love it. Governor Duchess, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for joining the live and participating and leaving a comment. People like you and Dark Meme make this community what it is, and I couldn't provide this value to more people without people like you, because it's been a long time since I've been in the beginner or the beginner stages of business, and so it's hard for me to come up with questions to ask, and it's hard for me to keep my head in that space. But that's where I want to be, is I want to help people just getting started, and I never want to lose that, because I feel like that's the most important distinction of me and other people, is I actually know and I actually like helping people starting from the absolute beginning, and who may not have all the have any the advantages or the money to put behind it. And I just want to let people who are at the very bottom know that there is a way and it is possible. And because I was able to do it for myself, and I don't feel like I did anything overtly special. Just stuck to something, picked something and stuck to it. 7 grams. Shout out to you, 7 grams. I see you in the comments, brother. I appreciate you. Let's see. But yeah, man, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Drop them in the comments. Be happy to answer them on this happy Halloween Tuesday live. It's not going to be a long one. We've been talking about levels and playing at your levels if you're just getting into the live stream. We've been talking about playing at your own level and being okay with wherever you are, and realizing that there's advantages to being a small company. There's disadvantages to being a big company, just like there's advantages to being a big company. Obviously, budgets to do things, above all. But you can move a lot faster. You can make changes a lot faster. You can adapt to new technologies a lot faster than big businesses. These are all things that even I'm slow at doing. It would take so long for me to try to incorporate pulling in a new system or a new software into the business and having to get everyone on board and retrained like that. Like it slows down once you have size and once you have other people that rely on you, and things have to work for more than just you, and when you have to take those type of things into consideration when you're a little bit larger. In the beginning, there's none of that red tape. There's no like you get to move and change things at will. To tomorrow you can have a new software, and so you can actually spend time diving into every detail about a particular potential client, and and use that to actually wow them when you're presenting your business and you're doing sales, and you'll have something very specific to be able to bring to them, like, hey, remember that event you guys had last week? How did you guys have to clean that yourselves, or how were you able to clean up after that such a big party? And I bet that was a headache. Like, when you're able to say things like that, and they realize, like, oh, you actually are from around here, or you actually do want to do this, you actually are paying attention to my client. Like, that sets you apart so much. So, and those are things that you get to do, and that's things like that I did in the beginning, and I feel like worked for me, over most things that I tried. It was just small things like that. Let's see, we got Queen Mabai says, my company is still kinda in the beginning stages. I'm lost between hiring cleaners as employees or subcontractors. I know it's different tax wise, but I want a win-win. What's your advice? So that is it's just a matter of preference. I personally like to have W-2 employees. I don't I don't mind hiring subcontractors. I do have subcontractors, but I have them for services that I don't directly provide, like window cleaning, or high rise window cleaning and stuff like that, or concrete work, and stuff like that. But things that I do within my own business, employees that I train, and employees that wear my uniform and my logo, my branding. I feel like branding is probably the number one thing of all, and the only way to completely control the brand is to have complete control of the culture within the business, in the way the training, and the way people are the way people go about their jobs. I feel like the only way to have control over all of that stuff is to have W-2 employees, or everyone actually working directly for you. That's not to say that I think the other way is bad. Hiring contractors is bad. It's just a different way of doing the business. I see the benefits in hiring contractors as well. You you don't have to train anybody, so you get to bring things on quicker. It seems foolproof, but you just get to wash your hands of everything. So I do see benefits of hiring contractors over W-2 employees. I personally like to have the control, and I like to be able to have the branding, and have my company be remembered in the client's mind. And the only way I know to do that is through having W-2 employees. So, see, reread it, see if anything else sticks out to me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it really is. It really is just a preference thing. It's what style of business. How do you, how, what do you want the business to look like? That's really it. What makes you feel more comfortable? Is being able to train and have employees wear your colors and your branding, or if you really don't care that much about it and you just want to, you know, grow as big as possible, and bring on as much business as possible, and be able to, you know, just move as fast as possible, and you focus on those systems and your markup on top of whatever you're paying your subcontractors, then that's a good way to go too. It's just a matter of which way you feel most confident building a business. So, but it's not like hiring contractors mean you're just like absolved of all quality control. You still have to have some type of system in place for quality control to make sure your subcontractors are doing work and are providing a quality that you can stand behind. So, because at the end of the day, your brand is still on the line. Let's see. Yeah, everybody hit the like button, man. I'd appreciate that. Hit the like button for your boy. If you have any other questions, make sure you drop them in the comments. So we'll probably be ending the live as soon as the comments, as soon as the questions run out. We'll be out of here, and I'll let everyone get back to their Halloweens and taking their kids trick or treating and whatnot. Nikki Tyler, shout out to Nikki Tyler. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for hitting the comment section. Said, what software do you suggest to help make my scheduling and everything else easier? My whole business aspect is what I am trying to learn currently. So, I am in the middle of developing a an app for everyone to use, because this is what I did. I created something for myself that would geotrack employees, have them clock in and out on location, and it wouldn't allow them to clock out outside of those locations. It would require them to have their location data turned on. We were able to message back and forth per location. Um, we also have the checklist for each location, right on the app. Um, but I'm redesigning and redeveloping that application to be for everyone, and so that'll be hopefully within the next few weeks. So hopefully within the next few weeks, definitely before the CBN conference in Vegas, which I will be speaking at. So if you want to come and see me live, I will be speaking at CBN conference in Vegas in late February. But yeah, and that's where I hope to be really unveiling the app for everyone. But but yeah, checklists, you know, scheduling, things like that based off of employees' availability. So when employees log into their profile, they'll be able to set their availability, and your schedule will just show you cleaners that are available to put in those in those available slots where you have shifts. But the app is going to be really dope. I always say lean into technology. In all transparency, we're not. It's not the only thing that exists like it. It's just software. You can look for janitorial software. You can. It's just a quick Google search, and you can find something that works for you. But I'm designing one with my audience in mind, and the things that I know are going to be important, like like shift confirmations. I don't know if any of these, no, none of these other applications have like a shift confirmation, so that you know that your employees plan on coming to their shift. So whether they're late or not, you don't have to panic. You know that at least they saw that they had a shift, and I think so that just eliminates a little bit more no call, no shows, and things like that, or just that worry in the owner's mind, especially when you're small and you maybe don't have like a area supervisor or a manager, and it's just you kind of managing a team of cleaners, maybe 8, 9, or 10 guys. It's perfect for that, and it's even perfect for people smaller than that, just to kind of be able to message back and forth and be able to have cleaners clock in and clock out and have that timesheet data that you can export and send right into whatever payroll system or payroll software that you're going to have. So can't wait for the app to come out. Really something that I'm really proud of and really excited of. It looks amazing. Hopefully maybe next live I'll try to see if we can go through the prototype, and I'll show you guys that app. But there's stuff out there that exists. They're differently priced for different reasons, but I am designing one with my audience in mind, with you guys in mind specifically. So but yeah, but lean into technology. That's basically the answer. It's a quick Google search away. Most of this, not, there's a bunch. Just swept, janitorial manager. I haven't used any of those things. I never liked the price for the value, just because I knew technology. It was going technology is going to keep advancing, and I just never saw the price is justifiable when you're making money, but it just never seemed like the value match for me. So I made my own, and so now I'm making one for everyone else, and hopefully we hit it and we're able to keep it at a price point that most people can afford. So Juice 1972 says, when is a good time to increase your invoice? I assume you mean like prices, increase your prices. Um, that's kind of whatever you have the risk tolerance for. So I would say, I mean, obviously you can't increase prices through the while you're in the middle of a contract or a service agreement that's agreed to a certain length of time. But I would consider increasing prices pretty much at the end of each service agreement, whether that's 6 months, 12 months, 3 years, or what have you, or at least every year look at the market, every year assess you know but your prices, but at least every other year, I would say try, look at increasing prices. Um, I think it's just good practice. So I don't always, increase prices every other year, but every other year I'm definitely looking and considering, hey, what does the market look like? Is it a good time to increase prices? What does my clientele look like? How would a price increase affect my business? You obviously don't want to price yourself out of the market, but you want to keep up with things like inflation and price increases and things like that. So every other year, definitely look at try to increase your prices, even if by a couple percent. Let's see. Dark Meme says, "How do you feel about paying employees in cash?" Uh, it's not like illegal. As long as you have some software or something to help you calculate taxes, or if you're able to calculate the taxes and on your own and keep track of that, and you can note that they were paid in cash. It's not like it's a very old school way. It's not, but if you're talking about them just working for you and you just handing them cash at the end of the night, then that you might run into some issues with that, some tax issues with that. But if you're able to calculate the taxes and they're with tax withholdings and things like that, and give them the correct amount and hold on to the correct amount that you're supposed to pay for taxes, then by all means, yeah, pay in cash. It just seems inefficient when there's so much technology out there to help you with payroll, and you can pretty much get anyone like a pay card, and just have direct deposit done. Like I've done that plenty of times for people who would come in and don't even have bank accounts. I would just get them a quick pay card from like a key bank or something like that, and just something that has the option for direct deposit, and that would the card would cost me $5, and then I'm able to have that employee with direct deposit and have payroll not be something that I have to worry about. There's just too much technology to have that be like an issue, or to have to spend that much time to go to the ATM and pull money out of the bank, and it just it's when you got to move fast, you want to make things as quick as possible, and as you plan to scale, you want to try to have these things as scalable as possible, and that's just something that's just not scalable, because you're never going to have any of your employees going to the bank to take out cash to pay another employee. Like you know that's just not going to be like that. So I wouldn't start building that habit, especially in the beginning. Just get used to trying to do payroll through some type of software, and use technology, use things that help you with calculating taxes and fees and with withholdings and all of that stuff. So D says, "What up, boss? Caught you late on the live today. We're moving forward on the business plans since the last combo. Great, great, glad to hear it, man. That's always the answer, is just to keep moving forward. The name of the game is to always, it's just to stay in business. If you stay in business, then you win. That's it. You stay in business, you keep learning and trying to improve, then you're going to be successful. It's just finding the reason to keep going when it's not working, or when it seems like you should give up. That's really it, because there's a lot of times, especially in the beginning, because everybody thinks you start this business and you it just changes one day, but there's a lot of those days in between. Like, yeah, my first actual recurring client was paid me enough for me to clean and be able to, like, to get an apartment and be able to live and be all right, and I've been okay pretty much since that day. But it was a while before that. We're talking a year and a half of why am I doing this, and why, and still giving my full 100% effort, and not knowing if it was going to work, and not knowing that if this was the right thing to be doing, and not knowing, and having that doubt, and still finding a reason to go and give 100% into what I'm trying to do. And that goes for any business. It's not just a cleaning business. It's not to say I did something that was super spectacular. It's just you can't give up. And you have to find a reason to always be giving your best effort and trying to improve when it seems like it's never going to work. That's really it in everything, in any business, in anything where you're trying to improve yourself, where anything where you're trying to grow. Let's see. But yeah, keep pushing forward, man. Pushing forward. Keep trying things. Keep trying new things. Stay out there. Stay out there, man. Stay in it. Just stay in it. Because all you got to do is figure it out once. Once you figure it out, no one can take that from you. You know, that's something. Then you get to repeat. Once you find something that works, then you get to repeat it over and over and over again, as much as it takes. You find something that works, you know, beat the life out of it, abuse it. But I think that's it for questions, man. I don't see anybody else in the comments, but I do appreciate everybody for being here. I wonder, let's see, we had, you know, good few people, 16 people at the peak. So I appreciate y'all, man. I think today was a good live, extremely valuable because of the questions that you guys asked. I'm so grateful to have this community. Like I said, I think this is the best community in the cleaning industry. So, and that's because of you guys, man. I love y'all so much. I will be back next Tuesday. I try to get some videos out throughout the week, but if you guys don't know, today is actually the last day that you can watch live playbacks. So if you have, you know, other people ask questions that are valuable, and I say things that you may not need to know right now, but you might need to know later, or I say things answer questions that, you know, you may have right now that someone else has already asked. So go back and watch the live streams. Today is the last day that the live streams are going to be available for people who are not members of the channel. So not subscribed to the channel, but paid members of the channel. So you can join the channel. The link is in the description of every one of my videos. But the lives are going away. This is also the last day that my coaching is going to be at the price that it is. So the price of coaching is going to go up, and you know, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I've never told someone no for coaching, no matter what they ask. When people have asked me to do coaching sessions, people reach out to me on Instagram throughout this entire time until today. I think I'm doing one more for one person who asked me on Instagram yesterday. But I've never said no, and people have asked me. You know, all anyone ever had to do was ask. That was it. I've always said yes, and so yes, I do charge and I promote it. But like up until now, had anyone ever asked me, I said yes. I like ask around anyone who's done coaching. So some of the review videos you see were people who I just did it for free because they just asked. That was it. You know, most people just haven't asked me, but now I'm getting a lot busier. There's a lot of things that I'm working on and things that I'm gonna be focused on, getting courses out for people, getting the app out for everyone else who's waiting on the app. And so my time is just a little bit more, you know, condensed. And so, you know, it's just supply and demand. When supply goes down and, you know, the price goes up, it's just how it is. I'm also, you know, coaching my, you know, AAU team with my son. If you guys want to go and check out what we're doing over there and see our journey through this little basketball season, this AAU season, you can go follow us at E31 Hoops, and you know, we'd appreciate the support. And just you know, if you like basketball, I think it's something cool to watch. So we'll try to share as much of the journey as we can on YouTube and on the socials at E31 Hoops. So go check that out. But yeah, that's it for today, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thanks for supporting these lives. Watch the videos when they come out, man. But I'll be here for you. Like I said, today's the last day for the live stream, so go back and watch some of those and book your consultation today. Today's the last day you can book at this price. But I love y'all. Keep that boss mentality.